Hello and welcome to Cosmological Arguments. I'm your host, John Bannan. The first order argument. The first order argument proves the existence of God by demonstrating that the cosmos must have had an initial order created by an uncaused, orderless cause we call God. We observe from the cosmos that everything has an order. This order is the relative position or arrangement of things in physical reality at any given moment in time. We observe that this order is caused by an antecedent order, and that this antecedent order is caused by an earlier antecedent order. Because an infinite regress in time of antecedent orders is impossible, there must be a very first order. We observe that order in the cosmos follows a pattern where order A causes order B, and order B causes order C, where the intermediate order B is only a single order or a series of consecutive orders. Now, to take away order A is to take away order B. Therefore, if there is no order A, there will be no ultimate order C, nor any intermediate order B. But if an infinite regress in time of consecutive orders were possible, there would not be a first order, and so neither would there be an ultimate order nor any intermediate order. Therefore, the existence of the series of consecutive orders over time in the cosmos necessitates a very first order for the beginning of the series. This first order requires an orderless cause, because a first order cannot come from nothing. A cause without order is a cause without parts, and therefore must be uncaused, because otherwise its parts would be its cause. Because all physical realities possess an order, this orderless cause cannot be any sort of physical reality. We call this uncaused, orderless, immaterial cause of first order, God. The first order argument is an extremely powerful argument. It um, points out the fact that in reality, there is an order to everything. So when you look at stuff in the cosmos relative to other stuff, in terms of position in space and time, there's a distinct order to everything relative to everything else. So, for example, you could have three things like positioned like this at one moment in time, and the next moment of time, these three things can be like this. So there's always this order, this relative position of things in space time. Now, order can't come from nothing. Something has to create it. And what that thing is God. You need an initial order of things in the cosmos in order for the rest of the cosmos over time to derive its existence from, since the order now is based on the prior order. So you need an initial order. Somebody has got to decide what the initial order of everything is going to be so that the rest of it can exist through time because it derives its order from that initial order. And, in science, we have the Big Bang, which is um, the initial order of material reality. So the appearance of the expanded singularity in Big Bang cosmology was God deciding what the initial order of physical reality would be, making it appear, and through time, that order has changed and created the universe that we now have. But that initial order is critical. Somebody has to decide that initial order. And this is a very powerful argument because you will find that many scientific um, cosmological theories about the existence and cause of the universe, they all run up to this impossible question to answer for them, which is, where did initial order come from? You may hear about things like smooth boundaries, uh, somehow turning into now an ordered universe. Smooth meaning it has no order. Well, to go from smooth to something that has order, you need an initial wrinkle in it, an initial order or breakdown of things, and a relative position of things. And there's no scientific mathematical model that can explain how initial order comes from nowhere. There has to be a God in order to decide what that initial order is. Mathematics can't give it to you. There's no scientific theory that can create an initial order from nothing. It's impossible, and it's one of the greatest obstacles cosmologists have in figuring out how you could have a universe come into existence. So, and intuitively, the first order argument is extremely powerful. Uh, Once you understand that there always has to be an initial order to something, and that something has to give it that order, and how does it do that? How can it do that? The answer is it can't, unless it's God. It has to be an actor of an agent outside of space time and physical reality itself that gives it that order. That's the only way it can be done. Um, so, a first order argument is an extremely powerful argument. Keep it in mind. Um, always ask yourself, well, explain to me where the first order came from. And no scientist will ever be able to explain that to you. No mathematician will ever be able to explain it to you because it's impossible without a God. If you want a symbol for the first order argument, I would use this. So this is the order and the change in order uh, over time. That's what that indicates. All right. So hope you learned something. Take care.